Hello guys, we are going to start your patchwork pillow today. As you can see, you're going to pick two different colors that coordinate, and I'll cut you two strips of that and then one piece for the back. So when you go shopping in the cabinets, all I want you to do is pick your two pieces, and then I'm going to have you write down on a piece of paper for me which fabric is going to be your back piece. We're going to stack all of those on the table here, and then I'll get yours cut. So you are going to need two strips that are 4 inches wide. So I'll get one of these cut. And then whatever you choose for the back, your directions say you need 1/3 of a yard. So 1 yard is 36 inches. 1/3 of that is 12 inches. So once I cut your fabric for you, it's going to look like this. You're going to have two strips that are 4 inches wide, and then you're going to have your larger backing piece. So the backing piece you can just set to the side so it's out of your way, and we're going to cut your strips into squares. So I'm going to show you on this one because it's going to be easier to see, because there is a right side and a wrong side. Anytime we are marking on fabric or cutting fabric in here, we're always going to be marking on the wrong side. Fabric has this edge here that looks a little bit different. That's called the selvage. That's the finished edge of the fabric, so it won't fray and unroll. You can see where I've cut the fabric, I'm able to kind of pull on that for it to fray. This keeps it from doing that on the bolt. So we're not going to use that in our project. So the first thing we're going to do, pretty sides together, I'm going to line this up so my selvage is over the 0 line. And when I cut things for you, I use the ruler and the rotary cutter. I don't have you guys use the rotary cutter. Instead, you're going to use a pencil. So you can make that pencil mark. I've got the ruler lined up on 0. It doesn't say 0, but I know it's 0 because here's 1, so that one's got to be 0. So I want it all the way over, and then we need 4-inch squares. So I've already cut 4 inches one direction for you. So now we're going to measure over to the 4 and draw another line. Now your directions say that you need 9 squares total. So if I wanted 4 of these squares, I'm going to measure at the 4 and then again at the 8 and draw a line. And then I'll probably cut 5 of this color because my backing piece matches the other one that I have 4. I like to do more of squares that's opposite of the back. Personal preference, completely up to you. Okay, before I move this from my cutting mat, I've got 2 layers here that I'm cutting at the same time. So I'm going to put a pin in my fabric so it doesn't move. And then I'm able to just cut on my lines. So I'm going to do this for both of my strips here. And then I've got all my fabric cut for the squares.